Now, Eyewitness Sports.
Welcome to another edition of WPRI OOT.
Who is this stranger?
Who is this stranger? His inaugural. This is my word of the day.
Ruthie's theater stuff really comes out when
in OOT.
You have a theater story for us?
I have a theater story? I guess I have a theater story.
He was the
Deanna said
UPS.
that you had an accomplished role in a production.
Yeah. I was the UPS guy in my high school's production of Legally Blonde.
So don't they do the bend and snap on you?
Full bend and snap. I'm
That's
not going
a
to
lot.
break
I don't even
that
know what
out
that
quite
means,
yet.
but I'm sure my wife does.
The bend and snap?
Yeah, isn't that, what's her name? Reese
She's trying to like flirt with the...
Right. So what?
Yeah, trying
so
to flirt with the UPS
version
guy.
of the bend and snap.
Yeah.
Correct.
Broken
So I kind of
nose.
envision you as like the Zac Efron of your high school. Like you were the athlete that like came in and did like the hot guy role and then like just strutted
So
your
you were
stuff.
able to straddle athletics and theater.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Senior year.
Yeah, I had a
Just
bunch of
senior
guy
year.
friends
both
that
of you
like
guys
did it for
actually
fun.
want to be actors.
No, I was like full in, all in, like wanted to be an actress. But that's a
Tried
story
out for like
another
The
day.
Sound of Music and Lion King at one point.
Do you have a good voice?
Well, I did at one point.
Give us a little Sam.
Not yet. Maybe the next episode.
All right, this is Maury
I'm the only
Hirsch-Gordon.
person without theater
But you can
talent
sing.
here. I cannot
Despacito.
sing.
Despacito in the sports
Neither
office.
can my daughter. She does not have,
Oh,
yeah.
not yet.
Not yet.
She's
it's
3.
coming, yeah.
All right, this is Maury Hirsch-Gordon. He is the newest addition to our sports team, and we're so excited to have you on your first episode of OOT. So we got a lot to break down here today. We're going to start with the Red Sox because, again, they're just
Rolling.
They're just rolling through teams. But do you think they are as good as their record shows, Yanni?
No, because they're on pace for 111 wins. That would be a historic season for the Red Sox, better than their 04, 07, 13 World Series teams. There's been this big narrative out there that the American League is down, right? So the Yankees, Red Sox, and Astros are the only... Now, that's not the Red Sox fault. They play who they play, who
Right.
the schedule dictates. So they're beating up on KC and the Orioles and Texas. That's not their fault. But when you look at this roster top to bottom, are they a 110-win team? No. They could win 100 games, which would be awesome.
Unbelievable.
I just don't think they're a 100-win quality team. I'm still going to the postseason tomorrow worried about what David Price is going to give you, about, Chris Sale's a stud, but is Porcello going to kind of implode like he did last year? So
Right.
I think they're a good team. I think right now they should go to the ALCS, but I don't think they're as good as their record indicates.
It's crazy because it's not just the AL that's down. Like, baseball is down. So even when they get, it's very top heavy. Don't you feel?
It's very top
So
heavy.
when you're playing like your random National League team, even those teams you're rolling through, like the Royals not the Royals. What National League team did they just
Who
play?
have they played? Well, they played the Nationals, but the Nationals are good.
The Nationals are good, so that was
Who else have
promising.
they
That
played
was a
now?
little glimmer of hope. But I worry about the starting rotation in terms of getting into the playoffs and that's when your true color.
Right.
Oh, we have our own shot here.
Oh, hold on.
Just the two of us. But I do worry about seeing how this team shapes up in the playoffs, especially just looking back at that last Yankee series. If those are the two best teams, that didn't look so good for the Red Sox, in my opinion.
I'm not a huge stats guy, but I think of the last 7 teams, Red Sox PR came out with this stat, that won 64 games before the All-Star break, 5 won the pennant. And if you win the pennant and you go to the World Series, then you're a pretty good team. I think the next 20 games or 15 games, they play teams under 500. I mean, you take care of business
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe you're looking at 115 wins.
Right.
I think they're as good as their record is.
Wow, we got that going against the
listen,
grain.
though, do you remember Seattle like 10 years ago had 120 wins and
Right.
then they got bounced in the first? That was Ichiro. I don't know who else was on that team, but baseball is.
When you think about, I just think about teams that we watch and we love to watch them play. And maybe we're a little jaded because this is the Red Sox. This is our team that we're covering, we're watching every night. But like when you look, like I remember watching the Houston Astros last year and just being like,
Yeah,
this
they're
team
really good.
is so good, so fun to watch. And I don't know if the world is watching the Red Sox like that, but they might be. I mean, I think you have players like JD Martinez and Mookie Betts that are just like so much fun to watch. Chris Sale is so much fun to watch, but Like, I just think about the Astros last year and just being like, this team is just good. Like, this is good baseball.
But then maybe they win the whole thing, and they were like, why didn't we like these back in July when they were...
Remember, we didn't think they were as good as...
I thought the Yankees were going to win the division, and they still could, but it seems like the Red Sox right now, they're, 2 up? They could take it. I will say this, I think they're underrated. Even though I don't think they're as good as their record indicates, I think they're better than what the public thinks.
I don't want to say that I worry about them in a wild card game situation, but I worry about them a little bit in a wild card situation. Like, I really want them to win the division.
Here's the thing I'm worried about. If they're neck and neck with the Yankees fighting to win the division, and then they can't set up Sale for the wild card game, and they have to throw Erod or someone like that, and then you're just like, then it gets nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's a little. I would feel much better about this team, which I think is a sign to how we feel about the team in general. When you want your team, you're a little nervous about them in a wild card game scenario. I mean, I guess it's baseball.
Always
anyone's going to be worried, but anyway. All right, should we go to the next one? Let's go to the next one. Let's go Celtics. I guess the topic right now, other than Robert Williams just being a little bit of a J-O-K-E. My boy.
I mean, draft night, you were just...
I
saw this guy in person. He's the
huge.
next big thing.
An athletic freak.
Well, I'm sad that no one ever got to see him because now he's...
Someone made a good point the other day, quickly on Robert Williams. Has anyone had this rough of a start and then it went swimmingly after that? No, it's usually like an indication.
It's unfortunate. All right, that's not what our question's about. We're not going to talk about Robert Williams.
Blood clots.
But he is huge and athletic, so it's unfortunate that no one got to see him actually be that way. All right, Marcus Smart. Just kind of, whenever I say his name, I have the song.
Jeopardy?
Yeah, you're just like waiting. Like you're just waiting to hear about Marcus Smart. You didn't like that? You didn't like my...
Does that really come into your head?
Kind of. It did just now. All right, is he going to be a Celtic next season? Hirsch Gordon?
I think he will be. I think he should be a Celtic because, what are you going to go to Sacramento? What are you going to go to the Heat? You're going to go to another team that A, isn't going to win. B, you got to learn a brand new system. And C, okay, you get a little bit more money, but it's kind of unfamiliar territory. It's your first season there. I think his best decision is to come back, regardless of any other offer, $10 million, $12 million, $15 million, and then exploit all of his strengths with Gordon and Kyrie coming back, and his weaknesses are limited. I think he can be a star second-line guy and then get a big contract next year. The salary cap's only going to expand.
Yeah, I think he's better off staying with the Celtics, getting more money next year when he's an unrestricted free agent. And, the first couple weeks of free agency, it's July 11th, so I guess it's been 11 days or whatever, and no one has really bitten on him.
Right.
So the Celtics have a lot of leverage. I think if a team offers him 10, 11, something kind of lowballish, I think the Celtics will match. And if they don't match, then maybe he goes somewhere and takes the money. But ultimately, I think he stays with the Celtics. Like you were saying, he's like a glue guy, a role guy. So he is at his best on a good team doing the extra things.
Right.
If he goes to Sacramento and they have some good young pieces, you look at his stat line and you're like, why is this guy making $12 million? Because it's like 4 assists, 7 rebounds, 8 points, 1 of 6 shooting.
Yeah.
Because he's a non-stat line kind of guy.
Which is why I think we're hearing this silence. I just don't think teams are willing to take the risk to pay him what he's wanting, what maybe they know. I just don't think they're willing to go out there and put themselves on the line for a guy that just has really just proved himself with one team and one system. And he's working well with the system, so why not come back and show your stuff again? And Boston loves him. He loves Boston.
He said $15 million though a month or the day they lost Game 7.
Oh,
yeah, it's way too high.
So he wants
much money.
He wants his money. It's going to be hard for another team to pay him that money when he doesn't score. He's not a scorer.
He's not a scorer.
But why haven't teams like Philadelphia or the Rockets, who just lost 2 forwards, why aren't they kind of chomping at the bit? Teams that are championship contenders at this point, kind of wanting him. But.
Yeah, he's a good storyline. I like Marcus Smart. I like him in Boston.
Me too.
He's a glue guy.
He's a glue guy. You're a glue guy.
All right. I am not a glue guy.
Okay, we're gonna stay.
I am Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving. He's a little cross-eyed in this pick. All right, is Kyrie Irving a Boston Celtic in 2 years. So we want Marcus Smart here this year. Is Kyrie Irving going to be? He's been a little wishy-washy as to his commitment to Boston. Your thoughts?
I think he will be a Celtic in 2 years. I hope after. So that means not this season, the next season.
Right.
I think this year they get to the NBA Finals.
Wow.
He embraces his team with Gordon Hayward back and the young guys, Brown and Tatum and everyone else. And he realizes that the East is wide open and he can get to the finals seemingly every year. And he still is the alpha dog. I think crunch time scoring. We'll see how Tatum develops, but I think he's still going to be the guy with 5 seconds left you give the ball to score. That being said, I don't love all these stories about the after winning the first championship with Cleveland, he wanted out then.
Right.
That doesn't really show good character, commitment to winning. There's been some narratives that he wants to be the guy, and then he picks the pieces, kind of like LeBron. Whether that's with the Knicks because he's a New Jersey kid, I hope not. But ultimately, he's a unique guy with the media. He's not going to tell you what you want to hear. He's kind of coy, and he kind of, he's ambiguous. And so while we love him to say, I want to be a Celtic forever, that's just not his personality.
Right.
So I think he's all in, and I think he'll be a Celtic.
These stories are getting so contradictory, in my opinion, as to like these things that are coming out. Like he wants to be the guy. Well, then why are you saying that you want to play with Jimmy Butler, or why are you saying that you want to be on the Boston Celtics team that also has Gordon Hayward, who could have been the guy before Kyrie? So I think these stories are so contradictory, and I hate just like listening to what's in the airwaves and just taking it as truth and facts, because I like what you said about this is not his personality to come out and say, I'm a Boston Celtic forever, I'm going to be here forever, because he's going to play his game. He probably wants to make the most of contracts and money and what kind of guys that the Celtics would maybe bring in so that they are championship contenders every year. But I don't think that he's going to be the guy to ever say, like, I'm all in here. Like, I'm all... Because you've seen guys get burned by that, like, I don't know, LeBron.
Why not just grow it from within?
Right.
I mean, you have Tatum, you have Brown, you have all the pieces in place. Why not just... Right now, use next season as kind of the bridge season for then the following season to be championship contenders. I mean, yes, this year they're probably going to make the NBA Finals.
I
agree.
Come from a Sixers guy.
Come
on, they're definitely the favorite.
I'm from Philadelphia.
Throwing him under the bus in episode 1.
But yeah, no, I mean, why not grow it from within? I mean, I think he should stay, no doubt.
The thing that worries me about the NBA long term is everyone now short-term deals. They want to play with their buddies. Even Durant, while you think he's committed to the Warriors, is on these 1 and 2 year deals. It's scary. Like, you can't plan for like Tim Duncan playing 18 years with the Spurs. I feel like you're never going to see it. LeBron has created this blueprint now where you bop around every 4 or 5 years.
Right. Kobe, 20 years with the Lakers. Yeah. That's not going to be
Tony Parker.
Yeah, where'd he go?
R.I.P. Charlotte.
So bizarre.
So weird.
His former coach, I think, is there.
Oh, okay.
Just want ready to turn the page. He spoke very highly of Pop, but I just feel like things are weird in San Antonio.
Parker's a weird guy. Didn't he steal Brent Barry's wife or something?
Did he?
There was something going on with that. Well, he was with Eva Longoria, and I'm pretty sure he stole Brent Barry's girl. There's a lot of that.
It's the NBA in general.
NBA, there's a lot
Look at
of
Tristan.
that.
Mr. Steal Your
Tristan
Girl,
Thompson,
yeah.
who-
Oh,
What was
Kardashian.
that? What was that?
Kardashian. Cheated on Khloe.
Oh, right. But there's some like teammate stuff. Like Derek Fisher stole a girl from.
What about Delonte West and LeBron's mom?
I don't know if that could be true.
Khloe's an
There's always rumors.
Khloe is an NBA guy, so she's just been around.
Well, now Kylie dates Ben Simmons, but she used to date.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Come on!
He was seen on camera.
I don't do like
She
the
dates Ben
E-News
Simmons,
gossip.
but used to date Blake Griffin. So,
Kylie?
like, the Kardashians are going out in the open market and like, who are the hot NBA free agents that our daughters should date?
They like the NBA scene, I guess.
They do.
All right, let's switch gear. Football, it's so soon, and our lives are about to be over. Biggest page, so training camp is what? A week
2 weeks from tomorrow.
2 weeks from tomorrow. We're taping this on a Wednesday. That's Yanni's go-to.
You gotta say tape time, because if someone listens 2 days later, then it's old news. Like Marcus Smart signs in 5 minutes, then that whole topic is old.
You're right. All right. Valid. All right. Biggest Patriots training camp storyline. Go.
First, I want Maury to. What are you most excited about going to? You cover the Packers. What do you, from afar? What have you heard or think about the Patriots, and what do you think it's going to be like?
I think it's just like cracking the Patriot armor, kind of in the locker room. I mean, everyone's so tight-lipped.
Right.
I think it's just a big test. I think for us, day in and day out.
Try to get some good info.
So trying to get some good information.
Yeah, we're about
can't wait till you ask Bill your first question and he just stonewalls you.
I haven't done it.
It's a bad
rookie hazing.
You haven't asked Bill a question?
I haven't asked Bill a question.
Come on.
Okay, in my defense, Yanni, you send me there alone, and I'm with Mark Dondero, and I'm trying to, and I was like, I'm not. No, I was never like that. But he would. I would usually be in the back with the camera. I would never.
Right.
I'm there by
Training
myself.
camp, he'll be on like the side
I don't know.
podium
Mini
thing.
camp, that dude was not trying to talk.
The issue with the Belichick question is
you have to.
You can't ask a question about like injuries, the past, or the future because he won't answer it. You can ask a super duper specific football question. He'll give you an answer, but that's not good TV. That's
We're not going to
good
use
for
that.
us. Right. So you have to find the question that he would give you a good answer without like being so dumb or so sophisticated. It's a very, very tight rope you're walking on.
And after games are just always, you never know what you're going to get there. Like
90% of his answers are from questions of reporters. What'd you see out of Trey Flowers today? Yeah, Trey's working hard. All our guys are working hard.
I liked what I thought of everyone today. I thought
but sometimes he's in a good mood.
But he doesn't, and that's the other thing too, is he will never. It's very rare that he'll single out one of his guys.
No.
Very rare. If you ask a certain question about one guy,
But he also says all season last year, no one works harder than Malcolm Butler, and you hate the guy.
Right.
So, anyway, so what was the question?
Biggest Patriots storyline.
My answer to this is just all of the drama in total. So, the first time Brady talks to the media and everyone asks him, "How's your relationship with Bill?" The first time Edelman talks about his suspension, Gronk. I mean, just all the stuff that transpired this offseason. Gronk being non-committal, now he's in. That's kind of done with now. But just all that nonsense, extra hot air that's been going on since the Super Bowl loss. If Belichick gets asked about Malcolm Butler again, we've talked about this stuff at minicamp again, but it's still stuff still permeates. But the thing is that you get there and it's just football.
Yeah. So that we're gonna get to the Super Bowl. God bless, but willing. The media is gonna get, and all the national media comes in, and someone's gonna ask Bill Belichick, "Why did you bench Malcolm Butler last season?" No, we're never gonna know. But there's going to be that one reporter that has to ask about Malcolm Butler at next year's Super Bowl, and it's just going to be amazing. So you're excited for the football?
No, I'm excited for the non-football stuff.
For the non-football stuff.
If anything comes out, anything juicy.
That's not what I'm interested
to see. I like the
see,
drama. I like the soap operas.
I'm interested to see games 1 through 4 and see who.
No, this is training camp.
Oh.
1 through 4.
Well, games 1 through 4, I'm ready for the season. Training camp is going to be. I'm excited to see. I don't know. Come back to me.
I'm worried about the receivers because Edelman's out the first 4 games, and Amendola was the security blanket. So who's the security blanket now?
There are no
Gronk,
familiar
obviously.
faces. There are no familiar faces in that wide receiver bunch for
Jordan Matthews, Philip Dorsett. These guys are new.
No Brandon Cooks, who never even really got familiar with Brady.
Malcolm Mitchell. We don't know what's going on with him.
Malcolm Mitchell, that's a bizarre story.
When you're out there on the field, you're automatically your eyes are glued to Brady because he has the red jersey and he's the quarterback. But who are you in person looking forward to seeing?
I think this is the hype around Sony Michel.
Yeah, the run back.
Yeah.
Love that.
He's had some mixed reviews.
I've decided I really am a big fan.
Sony?
So my boyfriend's older brother works in college football, and I was talking to him about Saquon Barkley throughout the first pitch of the Giants game. This was a while ago, but he threw the first pitch, and I remember seeing pictures on social media of his thighs.
Oh my God, enormous!
So this happened probably months ago. That Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Sony Michel has those
Huge thighs.
Monster running back freak athleticism.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm excited to see how that plays out. But anyway,
What about
we were talking about the thighs. That's how that came up.
Sony Michel's thighs has to be storyline 1 and 1A here. But every year Brady's a year older, right? He'll be 41 in August.
And that is funny because
so every year I say Brady is going to go down a tick. Just a tick.
This was last year.
And last year I think he went down a tick, despite winning the MVP, because I think he won the MVP because everyone else bowed down.
If Wentz doesn't get hurt, you give him Wentz.
I think he was better in 16 than 17 by a tick.
That's true. But you think
Carson
it's because he
Wentz
was
stays
40?
healthy, do you think Wentz gets MVP?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Philly, get out. Anytime
So
we
it's
ever
hard to
talk
be
about
like
Philly,
Brady
we're gonna be
declined
like,
after winning the MVP, but I don't think he'll fall off a cliff like some people say. I think it'll be gradual.
Yeah, but I think that's funny that that's kind of the underlying storyline for Brady right now. It's no one's talking about that he's 41 because like the big storyline last year was like you're 40, like happy 40th birthday during training
Once
camp.
you're past 40, it's like
Once you're past 40, it's like. I guess you're 1 year
You're just
older,
old, yeah.
but
We're
now,
not keeping track.
we've talked about this before. But now it's if he comes out and he's down a tick,
Yep.
no one's going to talk about. Oh, Brady's 41. Of course, he's going down a tick. He is not committed. He's not all
'Cause he
in
didn't go
because
to
of
the
here,
OTAs.
because it's time versus time, because of
Well, he
not
hasn't
showing
been
up for
working out
minicamp.
with a lot of these new guys like he would have
Right.
been if he was at OTAs.
Do you guys
Right.
assess Brady after week 4 when Edelman comes back? Like, do you factor in just the stats from 5
This
to
is-
16 because he's not there, one of his top
Well,
targets?
Edelman, because he was gone all of last year, I'm going to still
Right.
assess him 1 through
1 through
4
4.
like I would normally.
That is the good thing is that.
If the Patriots
we
don't have
manage all.
Edelman and Gronk, they're screwed, but they can live with having one. But the other thing about Edelman, coming off an ACL, he's getting older. I don't know how great he's going to look.
I know.
Like, he's like quick speed, like
I
that.
hope that this is fuel to that like fire, that
Oh, yeah.
that crazy psycho Edelman like football is life fire, which I think it will be.
Something else
depending
I
on
saw.
how this plays out.
Sorry to jump in. Week 5, I think, is a Thursday night game.
Against the
So, like, they
Colts.
don't even really
Colts.
practice that week.
Yeah.
It's only 2 run-throughs.
You're right, so Edelman won't even have good practice
So it's like
time.
no practices the first
So the
two-
interesting
two
thing about
times.
Edelman, he'll be at training camp.
Yeah.
This was like the Brady suspension.
And he can play in preseason
the
games.
Sunday before the game, you can't even be at the facility for those 4 weeks. Then you come back.
Is that true? I mean, I don't know if he will, but would he play in preseason games? He can play in preseason games, I think.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
He better not. That's when he tore his ACL last year.
Yeah. The preseason game. I don't know.
Now it's like, what are you doing?
Every year of the preseason, like week 2 or 3, some stand out. Like this guy's gonna be great, and then he doesn't make the team.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how, like, I think in that sense, the preseason games, as boring as we think they are and how meaningless they are, it's going to be interesting to see who they're maybe trying to put in that Edelman little Amendola little role right there. That'll be
And
fun to
Cordero
watch.
Patterson, him returning
Cordero
kicks.
Patterson, yeah, because he'll now likely be the
He'll
returner.
be the return man. Yeah.
So, is that going to do it?
Yeah, dog.
Do you feel like we got it all in?
We still aren't on iTunes right now. There's some issues with that.
I think we should just stop bringing it up until it's fixed. We don't, yeah. No, I mean, whatever. Anything else, Marie? How would you think of your first episode?
I thought it was great. You can at me if you like Legally Blonde.
So Rob Lowe liked my tweet the other day. Rob Lowe is Rob Pelinka, the Lakers GM. They're identical twins. So I tweeted Rob Lowe equals
didn't
Rob
see
Pelinka.
this.
And I felt honored that Rob Lowe liked my tweet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And you didn't even tag
Big
him.
time.
Mazel.
Did you?
Tag
Oh, you
him.
did tag him.
If I didn't, that would be funny because then he's searching his
name.
Right. I often think that, but then some people may, in response, add him, so then he sees it. I'm always curious
Right.
when people respond to a tweet where they're not added.
Right.
How do they know? Are they Googling their? Are they Twitter searching their name, or is someone else like
Showing them.
showing them? You know
Probably
what I mean?
a combination of
Yeah.
all of the above. All right, that'll do it for this edition of WPRI WLT. You can watch this full episode on our website, WPRI.com. For Maury Hirsch-Gordon, I'm Ruthie Polinsky and Yanni Karakis. Have a good one.